right. It is Black History Month. And I want to talk to you about my ancestors. Historical reimbursement. Purebred. I am one of millions of children in a historical movement that has perplexed the masses and the massas for hundreds of years. I am a direct descendant of a miraculous rare breed race that has never been matched. There has never been another that has endured or fought harder to accomplish what my people have. And yet through it all, they managed to love, continue to give, continue to unite and thrive. And all the while they sang, they danced, they found a way to make it okay, to get through the days and the years, the scars, the mental and physical raping, the limitations and tears. Continue to birth more of the same wondrous creations, knowing the climate they would undoubtedly bear. Knowing of each obstacle and setback that awaited them, yet being brave enough to allow the fruit of their loins to enter into the killing fields. Did they not fear for the souls they bore? Did they not pray harder and harder each time they labored through yet another painful welcoming of life? Surely they must have, but then only those with superhuman emotional strength could triumph over such a state of life repeatedly. Only those with keen intuition could know that this life was the beginning of a better life, a life burdened with a rugged path they knew was their mission to repave and make smooth for those who would travel it in their absence. It was as if they knew all along that our race was the chosen one, the one that could change the game in so many crucial, astonishing ways. The only one that could outsmart those who tried to dig holes so deep in our path that once we fell in, they hoped we would never be able to claw our way out. It was as if they knew that each seed they planted and watered would grow stronger than the last, and that strength would enable them to carve new victories into the passageway they had begun that would take us all the way into a free world. So here I stand, daughter of a lineage of noteworthies, a beautiful, fortunate product of my ancestry, with a grateful heart and a debt to repay, because without their insight and fight, I might not be here to deliver this message, to acknowledge that I owe my roots respect. I owe them every ounce of effort on my part to hurdle each obstacle in my life with fierce determination and vigor, and to come out on top and remain there, never allowing anyone to be successful at killing or damaging my familial pride. I owe them the honor of reflecting on their journey and realizing that they bore the brunt of the worst kind of torture for us, made it possible for us to live the life they always knew our race should be allowed to live, which is why they ran and continue to run. No matter how many times they were captured, they ran again and again and again, and endured worse repercussions each time they were detained. And with each lash across their backs, their resolve only grew stronger, their skin tougher, because packed inside the myriad keloids formed upon my ancestors' bodies from beatdowns designed to crush them spiritually and force them into permanent submission were all the secrets to how they would one day prevail. And as they cried out to the heavens above, they prayed for a better plan. And again they ran, led by their hefty reserve of self-esteem, a deep love of self that could never be beaten out of them, until one by one they found a way out. Because my forefathers were some of the smartest, most resourceful people around. Do you have any idea the amount of assurance it takes to know in the depths of your being that you deserve to live a quality, respectable life? And the amount of courage it takes to act on that knowledge every day that you breathe, even at the risk of life and limb? This is what my ancestors handed down to me, the most priceless gift of all, the motivation and audacity to survive. This is how my predecessors represented our race. So here I stand on the path my relatives built, vowed and committed to blazing a trail along this road that others will celebrate and be inclined to follow for decades to come. Prove that all their hard work was not in vain. I will repay my debt of gratitude through continuing to be the paradigm of Black pride and achieving endless, remarkable feats. Tell me, how will you repay yours? Thank you very much.